Mike Minotti.
Jeff Grubb.
What am I looking at? What is this?
Well, this looks like the land pavilion at Epcot, closer to how it appeared at opening day. I'm seeing all the little differences right now. This is fun for me.
So yeah, this is Futureport 82. It's a piece of free software that proclaims even to completely remake and completely detail what Epcot at Disney World was like on opening day. Is that your understanding?
Yes. Yeah, it's this really awesome project. You know about us Disney adults, we're a very nostalgic group, and none of
every last one of you.
Yes. None of the theme parks have seen more change than Epcot, specifically its Future World section. And that area was such a vibe back in the day with its kind of retro, futuristic look on things. And so much of that is just completely different now. You know, I'm not one person who frowns at back in my day. There's a lot of the new stuff that I like, but there was something about old Epcot that is sorely missed. And stuff like this is awesome because this is as close as we're ever going to get to having it back.
So I think this is a pretty cool looking place. I can kind of see what you vibe with. I know you're a big Epcot fan. That's what I know about you. I went to Epcot once. I remember enjoying all of the Parade of Nations or whatever it was.
You're there for the Millennium Celebration then, yeah.
That sounds right, yes, because it would have been around the time I was there. It was, I didn't know is that stuff not there anymore? Is that what happens at Epcot? What is Epcot?
Well, Epcot's two parts. There's the section where it's most of the rides, which used to be called Future World, where this is. Recently, that name is kind of changing and it's complicated. We don't have to go to that. That's the area with, again, a lot of the rides, a lot of it built on the skeleton of this original section. Then the other half of Epcot is the country's World Showcase. That has not changed very much.
Okay.
A lot of that is the same, although they've been adding more rides there, right? Like the Ratatouille ride and the Frozen ride and stuff like that. This, I'm pretty sure, is just Future World, what they're rebuilding here.
All right, let's hop into here. I've looked around a little bit. I don't think I've done this intro thing too much. Let's just kind of see what they're doing here. So yeah, this project is dedicated to the ideals that brought Epcot Center to life almost 40 years ago. This is a place to reconnect with Epcot's spirit of innovation, technology, and diversity. To improve the lives of all humanity, may this project serve as an inspiration for new generations of visitors, as Epcot Center was before. Welcome to Futureport 82. Now, Mike, when I read this, I'm like, is it worth taking this seriously? But I mean, again, I know you, I feel like, yes.
I think he's riffing on the actual dedication to Epcot by Card Walker, I believe. So yes, it's a little tongue-in-cheek there.
Okay, very cool. All right, well, let's hop in. Let's enter. What should our weather be? Do you want to be clear skies, partly cloudy?
Clear skies, please.
Okay, of course. And then show enhanced features includes additional information. Let's just hit yes. Sure.
Yes, please. Working. Ooh, information kiosks. Yes. Early Epcot had some the future first video screen things you can go up to and try to get a reservation at one of the restaurants or something.
All right.
Oh, look, we're off the monorail right here. Nice.
Should make sure this is going to run okay, because I think for some reason they really go intense with the graphics on this. I think they're going for a really realistic vibe with I think there may even be some ray tracing in here.
So you see that logo right there by the up arrow. That's the cool thing about old Epcot, and they actually brought a lot of these back, was each ride / pavilion had its own logo, and they're all kind of circular. That's the one for Spaceship Earth, aka the big golf ball. I'm not a tattoo guy, Jeff, but if I was ever gonna get a tattoo, it would be of that. I love the way that looks.
It's a good design. So whenever I think of Epcot, I do just think the big ball. That's what I think Epcot is. But that is Spaceship Earth.
That is Spaceship Earth. Yep, it has a very grandiose name. The ride in there has been basically the same ride. It's gotten some small changes, especially with the narrator. When it opened, it was just kind of some random guy, and then pretty quickly changed to Walter Cronkite doing the narration. Then in most of the 90s, starting in 94, and then for a while in the 2000s, it was the guy, the voice of Scar, whose name is escaping me for a moment.
Jeremy Irons?
Thank you very much. Jeremy Irons. That's the version I always remember. And then for a long time now, it's been Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench doing it.
The Jeremy Irons of British ladies, I would say Judi Dench
Yes, exactly.
Is.
I liked the Jeremy Irons version.
Look at the gate
it was
open.
Very grandiose.
Yeah, I bet it was.
nothing against Judi Dench, but she's kind of doing it like she's talking to a kindergarten class, so it's not quite as
sure
grand.
You can't go wrong with Jeremy Irons, in my opinion. This is cool. I'm not listen. I'm not sure what is interactable in this demo. I do know you can go into some things. In fact, I think if we go back this direction, I think there was like a restaurant that spins or something.
Oh, the Good Turn.
The Good Turn, yes. I think
that's in the Lamp Pavilion. Yeah, that's that restaurant's still there. It's called it's called great. Now that name's skipping me too, even though it's one of my favorites. But yeah, that restaurant is still there. The Garden Grill. There it is.
Garden Grill. Okay.
The land is actually one of the pavilions that has changed kind of the least. We'll get to that when we get there. This is cool. This fountain was gone for a long time. They actually rebuilt it.
Did they get sued by Atari for copying their logo?
Look from this angle, huh? Yeah, look at that. Not bad.
Yeah. So we're at this fountain. I'm assuming like from this fountain, like where things are. Where should I go first?
Oh, well, go go under Spaceship Earth, but then go left when you're in there. So yeah, there's basically two sides of Future World. There's a left and a right, and I want you to veer left here.
All right,
man, look at this. This looks great.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I think it is. I think it really is ray tracing.
Wow. Now there aren't like ride-throughs or anything on this. Like you can't like go ride Spaceship Earth.
I don't think so. I mean, we can. I know that the gates are here.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, you know what? Let's see how far we can go.
Oh, whoa! You can run. Dang.
I can sprint. You know, let me turn my sensitivity a little bit.
I've been in this line many times.
Okay, this is probably just. It feels like it's taking me further out. So.
Yeah, I don't think you can get in.
I don't think I can get in. Yeah.
Nostalgic though, being in the line and all that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like being home.
I think I told you that mural at the entrance of Spaceship Earth there is the background for my phone. Jeff, I said go left, and this is
I got distracted. I was gonna say, do you think you spent more time with me in real life or in this line?
I think I spent more time with you. This line, although it can get long, moves pretty fast. Ooh, here's one of those video screen things I was talking to you about.
Located near the entrance of Spaceship Earth and opening with the park on October 1st, 1982. Find everyday essentials and last-minute souvenirs at this shop featuring ear, hat, embroidery, and package pickup services.
Yes, this is Gateway Gifts, so that's cool. These things are just giving you some info about what is here. This is still there. This is still just a little gift shop here. I think it's still actually called Gateway Gifts, which is impressive.
Door opened, I think.
Oh, for a second there. Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay, now there's nothing in here.
Not quite detailed in here yet. No. You know what I love? Like, this specifically, it's very much the same vibe. It looks like the inside of the Enterprise D from Star Trek The Next Generation.
It really does, yeah,
tones.
Absolutely.
Oh, the carpet. There's going to be a lot of carpet in the future at some point.
I really am a fan of all the carpet we've seen so far, which isn't much, but I'm like very excited for the next bit of carpet. Okay.
Yeah. So there's not much to see here. Keep going down for a while.
Okay, I veered left. Those look like restrooms.
Those are restrooms. Still there. I've peed in there many times. Very comfortable.
Mike's peed there. Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic, right?
Does it really have all these palm trees?
Yeah. That, it was kind of a complaint, and it's something that they're changing right now. Is using a lot more trees. I'm kind of against it.
You're famous for your tree hate.
Yeah, I kind of like the barren look of Epcot. It's like a concrete jungle in a pleasant way. There's enough trees in the other parts. We have a whole Animal Kingdom park that's all. Well,
Mike,
nature,
I got great news for you. Here, graphics. Show trees. Oh wait, no's already on.
What does he say? Yes. Whoa, there's even more trees.
Yeah, a lot more trees.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, there's a number of trees.
It's disgusting.
The tree tech. Oh God, I'm so sorry. It makes Mike sick. I gotta turn it off. Oh no.
Oh, I can taste it in the air. I think it's called oxygen.
Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at this.
World. No, this is just.
As part of the guest relations relocation to this area in 1994, World Key also needed a new home. A new bank of World Key kiosks were added in this area. This was a fitting location as directly inside of the original Computer Central stood the semicircular home of the World Key consultants starting in 1982. So
these are like people doing the stuff. All right, you need to run around a bit more. You gotta get to the interesting stuff.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Might be no. Okay, no, we're still going.
We're loading.
Communicore East.
Okay, so yeah, go in there if you can. Communicore is basically like pavilion space. It's almost like So, and there's an east and a west version. Wow, this is awesome that this is actually fully detailed in here. This is great. So the idea was that it would kind of be like a permanent, like a expo, like a permanent CES in here.
Whoa, that sounds like hell on earth.
Right. Oh man, I can't believe that this is detailed. That's awesome. That's just.
I kind of wanted to do the labyrinth thing and like touch the right wall and see like what I can get into, but we'll just kind of.
Oh, you found the restaurant.
Okay, which restaurant is this? This is not the Good Turn.
No, this is not. This I don't know what it was called now. This at one point was the Electric Umbrella, which was like the basic burger place, which I loved for some reason. I loved the name, the Electric Umbrella.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But that's what it was called in the 90s. It might even have a different name.
With a bevy base.
Bevy base, baby. I gotta have my bevies.
Yeah, take me to the bevy base.
Bevies for Mikey.
Now docking at bevy base.
Mm-hmm. Go out those doors there, and you'll kind of get your way back into something interesting, and then stay. Okay, go left and head towards that beautiful, beautiful building right down the middle there.
Is that where the lamp pavilion's at?
No, that would be the complete opposite way. If you went back and went a while, you get to the land. Straight ahead is Horizons, which wasn't an opening day attraction, actually. I'm glad he kind of threw it in here. I don't know how much there is. I don't know if you can
this is exciting, Mike, but I just wish there were some corporate sponsors.
Oh, Jeff, Epcot is nothing but corporate sponsors.
Yay!
Isn't it great?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to run a little bit. I want to make people
They even have that's like a recreation of the construction wall that they had back when they were building it. That's awesome.
Okay, so this wasn't open in 1982, right on schedule to open October 1983. Look at this.
Yeah, there's the
oh my God, this art.
They had some actual I can't spout them up for you. They had some actual well-known sci-fi artists.
Yeah, I'm like I wonder if Ralph McQuarrie worked on any of this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It looks a bit like McQuarrie, but all that stuff did back then.
Horizons was such a cool ride. It was just like another slow-moving ride talking about the future and stuff. The cool thing was, at the end, everybody in your vehicle voted on which ending to see, and your car would just go by some screen and show you the ending that was voted on. This is the world of motion. This is a slow-moving ride about the history of automobiles, sponsored, of course, by GM.
Oh, very good. All right. Let's see how far I can get into this.
What I love, you see this little thing kind of going up here.
Yeah.
One of my earliest memories of this world is going up this kind of ramp.
Ooh.
Into the main show building.
So it's like a walkway. Yeah, look at that.
No, it's not a walkway. The ride actually goes up there. So you go in that door, you load, because it's 2 floors. The bottom floor, again, was all show floor stuff for GM or whatever to show off cars.
Sure.
And then the ride, you boarded on that first floor, but then the ride was on the second floor up there. It was really cool stuff.
All right, let's go.
That one closed, and this is where Test Track is now, which actually uses the same building. It still looks like this giant circle. It's supposed to look like a wheel because of cars.
Sure, motion. Yeah.
That's why it's a giant circle there. But yeah, World of Motion.
All right, I think we've reached sort of the end over here. I think that means we probably go back to this thing over here to the left.
There's a universe of energy on the other side of Horizons. If you want to go peek at that real quick. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and it's got the
presented by Exxon.
That's right. The oil company is going to tell you where energy comes from. Guess what they think the most important energy is?
Let's find out.
This rules. So, this was such an ambitious ride. It actually used an early form of trackless ride technology, and your vehicles were huge. They're like little amphitheaters that you're sitting on.
Whoa.
And it was kind of dry. It was just kind of about energy. There was one section where you saw a bunch of dinosaurs, to show where fossil fuels came from, right? But it was pretty neat. In the 90s, they spiced it up by adding Ellen DeGeneres and Bill Nye the Science Guy to it.
Oh man, the 2 greatest spices of life.
Right.
Ellen and Bill Nye.
And then this very recently became something completely different. This is where the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster is now.
Oh, wow, okay.
So now, the coaster is in this giant building that they just painted blue to try to make it blend in with the sky. You still enter, into that building. That building's still there, but it's just where, the line is now.
What is this up here?
That's the monorail track. So,
okay.
Yeah, the monorail, which you get on from your Magic Kingdom, it actually does go through the park a bit, which is pretty neat. So yeah, there's 3 main attractions on this side. You can go back through this door here, and it'll take you into more of Communicore that you didn't see before. It's pretty neat. All these little... Yeah, see, man, there's a lot in here. So Communicore in the 90s became Innoventions, and a large section of Innoventions, one of its main sponsors was Sega. There was a giant
really?
Sega display. Yeah, they would even have some like early Genesis games before they'd be there, some Saturn stuff. I remember learning about the Sega channel at that.
Really?
Innoventions.
Incredible.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! Even I don't have the Sega channel. Ooh, the Energy Exchange, also sponsored by Exxon here. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of like an extension of Universe of Energy. There's a big rock.
Oh man, I'm a big fan of rock.
Of the rock?
Of the rock.
If you smell... Okay, so this place was called Stargate.
I think we came in this way, so yeah, Stargate. So we went kind of veered right, didn't we, over here? Yeah. Eventually, maybe? I don't know.
If you go... You can get back outside that kind of main corridor. And yeah, basically, if you go back out that way, yeah, now just go right and keep going, and you'll eventually hit the land. Which I think is one of the ones that really detailed the inside of. Not Cleveland, the land. Cleveland.
We are getting some choppiness, but I think we'll just do the deal.
Yeah, over there on the left, I don't think it's working, but that's the Fountain of Nations. Really cool. Fountain. So this whole middle section you're in right now has been completely behind construction walls for the last few years. They're redoing this whole middle area, which meant that they got rid of that fountain, which is a bit of a shame, but such is it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, where are you at in terms of how you feel about things changing? I mean, it sounds like you've kind of come to terms with it mostly.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me nearly as much as some people. You know, some of it's pretty good. Like Test Track, which replaced World of Motion. I like Test Track better than World of Motion. You know,
right? Yeah,
that's fine. There's other ones that are worse. Like over on the left there, right now, those glass pyramids. That's the Imagination Pavilion. And when they changed that in the 90s, they just made it straight up way worse. And that was a bummer, for sure. But the land, which you're about to head into now, is definitely better today. This is where that Soarin' ride is, which is great. And Soarin', you just kind of added on. Yeah,
I love their mac and cheese.
Yeah, there you go. Ooh, the murals on the left and right here are actually recreated perfectly. These are still there. This is a beautiful kind of, not stained glass.
You've been following this project for a while, right?
I have been, yeah. So I've been following this guy on Twitter, and he's just always showing updates. I haven't really jumped in, though, like this, and it is impressive just seeing how cool this is.
Well, I mean, like, again, did he say, like, what he was using to do all this?
I think it's Unreal.
Well, I mean, just, like, for, like, the resources, like, photos and stuff?
Jeff, you know, Disney fans, we're freaks.
Yeah, that's, okay, yeah.
So that Horizons ride you were looking at, there were a couple people, when that ride was closing, that they got so good at jumping off of the vehicles and sneaking backstage with cameras to document things.
Freaks.
Like it's crazy story.
They would good turn first.
They took their lunches in there. There's the good turn. So yeah, this is the rotating restaurant that now is Garden Grill. This is actually my favorite character location. Like if you want to have a character meal, this place is great because it's a bit chill.
Whoa, what's a character meal?
Character meal is when you sit down and Mickey Mouse comes and shakes your hand and you take your picture with him while you're eating.
You have to tip him. You gotta put it in his G-string.
No, he works for cheese. He works for cheese and corporate greed.
Yeah. So I've sat down and you can see it's moving very slowly, which is probably appropriate.
And what you're looking at right now are actually show scenes from Listen to the Land, which is the boat ride on the first floor if you went down, which goes through some show scenes talking about agriculture. Then it actually goes inside their kind of indoor garden, which is neat. There's another scene from that. That ride is still there. It's called Living with the Land now. It's a bit different, but one of the few things from opening day Epcot that you could still pretty much do generally as it was today.
Does Disney own Twister?
No, in fact, there was a Twister. I don't want to call it a ride, but there was a Twister attraction at Universal for a very long time. Okay. You just went into a room and they created a fake Twister. They made it really windy and you watched stuff blow up. It was kind of fun. It was good stuff.
So I'm going to walk out here. There was that Harvest Theater thing over there. What else do you want to hit?
So the Harvest Theater is... back to the Harvest Theater. Right. I believe back in opening day it was showing a film called Symbiosis, if I'm not mistaken. For a long time, this would show a Lion King themed show about how nature is bad. Or not nature's bad, how man's bad for destroying nature. Excuse me. This
You
is
can't trust nature. Oh man, it's being super chunky now. Hang on, we might have to restart.
Go back to that lobby though, because it's the wall carpet is very important. The wall carpet is still there. Disney fans are obsessed with this wall carpet, and I kind of am
cool.
too. Right? There should be way more wall carpet in our lives.
Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna. I'm gonna restart this game because I think we're getting a memory leak. I'm gonna go up to here. We'll pick it back up. All right. So I don't know. That probably wasn't the exact same spot on there, but
Close enough.
Close enough. This wall carpet is fantastic. I do like this a lot, though.
That right there is the vibe of early Epcot, just condensed.
I like I like that they muted the ground carpet to really let the wall carpet sing. You know.
Yeah, you still have the puke green floor carpet, as was tradition back then. This theater is still there. It's showing like basically some kind of like almost Planet Earth style film now. I haven't even done that yet. I mean, there were a lot of these in OG Epcot, right? Just go into a theater and watch a movie.
I gotta tell you, all this actually sounds so fascinating to me, and I would love to do this. But the idea of like bringing my kids in to like have them sit down and be like, well, I can't do that.
Right? I mean, Epcot did have that. I guess it had the reputation of being boring. I always liked it.
I did like it too. I was maybe 13, 14 when I went, and I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna do the rides, but it's Disney. We'll do whatever they throw at me. And I'm like, stuff is so interesting that
you got to get to the first floor now.
Okay, yes, right away. I see
get downstairs.
And fucking, he runs. I'm running so fast, it's like Quake. It's like going like 40 miles an hour.
So over there to your right, Kitchen Cabaret is a animatronic style show where a bunch of singing food talks about the food pyramid. Remember when that was a thing?
Yes.
Yeah, this is where like the entrance to Soarin' is now, which is pretty crazy. Oh wow, this is detailed. This is neat for me because I never even did this as a kid.
Wow.
It became Food Rocks, a slightly hipper version of the show for a while in the 90s. But this is like some really lost Epcot stuff here.
Yeah, Philadelphia cream cheese was always the bottom of the pyramid. Remember, you got to eat several pounds of Philadelphia cream cheese every day.
Sponsored by Philadelphia cream cheese. Yeah, the food pyramid is so funny because that's just something that we were made to believe was the most important thing in the world, and then like 10 years later, it's like, that was all bullshit.
It was all propaganda by, guess what? The corporations that owned all the stuff at the bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah, it turns out you don't need to eat that much cereal.
Yeah.
Sorry, our bad. Oops. The bread is not a healthy.
Yeah, a Wheaties and Italian bread-based diet. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Turns out not so much. This food court area is still here. It's not decorated quite the same. So if you look up, you're going to see some hot air balloons kind of floating around. Those are awesome. Those are not there anymore, but I love them. They would move up and down like that. Love that. This giant fountain, too, was removed to make room for more seating, which practically you get, but a bummer. And then to your right is the entrance to that boat ride. Here it's called Listen to the Land. This ride's still there. It's called Living with the Land now. Jeff, one of the best things about old Epcot was all the songs. Each ride had an awesome song, and this one, Listen to the Land, it was let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land, listen to the land.
I'm a big fan of that. Can I get down on the wall?
Oh, they're all good. That's like one of the worst ones, even. Which, So yeah, I probably can't go on this ride. Ooh, you can pretend like you're operating it, though. That's fun.
All aboard. It actually won't even let me in there. I can stand here and I can kind of look down there a little bit. It's cool that they like detailed it all the way down to like where you could see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so if you go in here today, a lot of this is going to look familiar, but just the small differences are pretty interesting. Especially like, that fountain not being there. But this is still a food court. Yeah, look at that. Even all these like little areas are pretty detailed. So one of these served handwiches, I know, which was a famous Disney World treat back in the day, which was basically just like a bread cone stuffed with things. Man, look at that. They even have the menu. Yeah, so I see him. He'll be on Twitter, and he'll be like, hey, does anybody know what the menu was for this thing? Does anybody have a good picture of this sign? Right? It's awesome.
Yeah, that is really, that attention to detail is kind of what makes this work, right? I mean, It's magical to kind of get the general vibe, but the idea of like I can get that close and look at something and it's like, no, that's actually what it looked like. That is really neat.
And it's more and more like these things are closing. It's just nice to have this stuff. It's one thing when a ride closes today, like Splash Mountain just closed, and it's sad. But we're in this era now where 1 million people have taken really nice HD, even 4K videos of it. It's so well documented. For stuff like this in the 80s, it's rough. You have home movies and stuff, and you have some pictures, but it's just a very different quality. So having someone recreate it like this, I mean, it'd be nice if Disney would just do it, right?
Right, exactly, yeah.
That would rule. But so this is the exit for that kitchen cabaret show.
All right. Oh, okay. So that's when you come out there. All right. Oh, right. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think you see basically everything here if you want to leave. And so if you were looking at it to the right will be the Living Seas, which is a really cool pavilion. Another one that didn't quite open on opening day, but relatively shortly afterwards. Basically, it's considered part of OG Epcot as well.
All right, so here to the left, or
yeah, to the left.
Look at that. I think there's a big sign for it.
Oh wow, so he doesn't have it modeled yet, even. Okay, that makes sense.
Take the ride of your life, explore the human body on an incredible journey within.
This is interesting. So this pavilion they're talking about was planned to be built right there. This would become Wonders of Life, and they would actually end up building this pavilion in between where Horizons and Universe of Energy were. So they thought this was going to be here. It actually moved across the ways. But yeah, the original plan was for this to be built there, and it was going to be different. And then over there, I think, is the sign for the Living Seas, where it actually was.
Yeah, I just want to time in weather. We'll see if I can make it nighttime.
No. Epcot at nighttime, it does rule, especially with the neon and stuff. Wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's a vibe.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so pretty.
There it is. Yeah, Living Seas. So,
I think the stars probably don't look quite like this, but that's cool.
Not quite as nice in Orlando, but hey.
So yeah, ride the tide of tomorrow to Sea Base Alpha, the Living Seas.
Yeah, so that is built there. Today, that's the Seas with Nemo and Friends, right? So just
sure.
Of course, like that was the kind of the thing too at Epcot was at first there was no Disney characters in it. Like you wouldn't even see Mickey Mouse, and they softened up on that over time. And like some people like don't like seeing, Guardians of the Galaxy or the Frozen stuff. I'm generally okay with it. I do miss the Living Seas as it was originally. It's not that different, but just the little things. Again, it took itself very seriously. And it is like a giant aquarium. It is cool. In fact, I think it was at the time the largest water tank aquarium thing built in the world. I think it's the second largest now. Oh, this is beautiful. Doesn't that just look awesome?
It does. It really actually looks incredible.
Yeah, this rules. So Journey into Imagination is like the classic kind of kid-friendly dark ride with Figment and Dreamfinder. It was just the best. And what sucks about this one is that they ruined it and made it worse. You gotta stop.
Say what a dark ride is for people that aren't gonna...
Okay, dark ride is basically what you think of as a general theme park ride where it's not like scary, it just means it's indoors. So that they can kind of light it themselves. That's just a general slow-moving theme park ride where you're looking at scenes and robots are doing things for you. So I think he's modeled the inside of this one a little bit. If
I'm trying to see if I can go in.
It was probably back where you were, because you're closer to the theater now where they were showing Magic Journeys. Yeah, so if that doesn't open, then that would be the entrance. So it is detailed in there, which rules.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would get in.
Yeah, let me try one more over here.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, so they ruined this ride in the late 90s just because the sponsorship contract said that they had to update the ride after so many years, whatever. And when they updated it, they just there wasn't that much budget from Kodak, because you know how things were going for pictures.
Sure, yeah,
right?
God.
So they just had to make it worse, and they just made it much, much worse.
Man, that sucks. You have to make it worse. That's crazy.
Yeah. In fact, I think he is working on I don't know if it's him or somebody, a whole ride through of the original version, because this is definitely the most missed thing.
Okay.
So these little things of water, which actually were working, that were jumping. Yeah. Kind of behind you. Yeah, that is the best. I think that's still there actually. But you would stand in between where they're jumping, kind of through the path, and you would let it hit your hand or stuff. That was just the most fun.
Oh man, I love that.
Would just freak out. It ruled. Oh, look how good Spaceship Earth looks lit up.
Yes, it's incredible.
Now, they added some fancier lights to Spaceship Earth recently, and it does look very good still. It's very, very nice. I wonder what the Swirl Key thing's going to say.
Get VIP treatment. Codex shareholders enjoy the hospitality of our VIP lounge at the Journey into Imagination Pavilion and Epcot Center at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. While complimentary soft drinks, coffee, and Florida orange juice are served, our Codex staff will help answer your questions and help you make lunch and dinner reservations and reserve golf tee times. That's the Codex website.
So since all these pavilions had corporate sponsors, all of them also had like corporate sponsor lounges. You'll hear stories like, like GM had a pretty big plant in Youngstown, so I knew people who would like get to go to the corporate lounge there, and you would get to like skip the line for the ride and stuff like that, which was pretty neat.
All right, Mike, where to from here?
Well, you've seen most of it. You haven't gone inside of the other side of Communicore, so. You know how you were in Communicore East, in that sort of building by Spaceship Earth?
I don't really, but I know I was in one side of it. So there's a west.
Go under this arch and then just try to go inside the building.
To the right?
Left or the right.
Okay.
Either one will be fine. Oh, look at that. You're kind of on like the shortcut area right now. Where am I at? Oh, you're at like the restaurants. Interesting. Yeah, go in there. Go through there. Oh, what's this?
Sunrise Terrace coming soon.
Okay, so he doesn't have that model yet. Oh, never mind. That maybe wasn't open day. You remember how you went on the one way and not the other?
Yeah.
When you were under the arch, go the other way.
Okay.
That'll take you more towards the.
Losing it again. There we go. All right.
We got it.
So you mean back this way?
Yeah. Then go through the door. Yeah, keep going. This will take you, I think, to more like the convention area stuff. So you can turn right. Here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know what's going on there. This looks like newspaper.
Yeah, it does.
The newspaper of the future.
The information superhighway.
Oh, kids, you hear this thing called the internet? It might be a big deal.
DARPA is connecting the world.
Oh, wow. So this weird little display that you're about to see on your right of this.
Whoa.
Yeah, gosh. I listened to a whole podcast just about this thing. I think they got the guy's daughter on who talked about it.
Whoa.
That was WDW Retro, just talked about this for 2 hours, and it was great. that's how we are.
That's
like.
incredible.
Yeah.
What? Tell me something about it. What am I even looking at?
I mean, it's what it looks like. It's this weird little diorama about communication, and they wrote their own song for it and stuff. There's just wacky, random things like this that they commission to this one artist. And he's like, okay,
all right. I mean, I'll give you something.
Yeah, and then they put it here, and and then you just hope that people took videos or pictures of it so that we can remember it someday later. Right? It's incredible.
The amazing microchip.
Yeah. Well,
this is basically what an FPGA is right here. I'm gonna go. I'll load an NES core on this and play some Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
There you go. An amazing.
Here we go. All right, we're back in action. Fraser.
What is this stuff?
I don't know. This is like.
Are these like computer games?
Network control. It seems like it might be. I hear.
Wow. See again, like Communicore. I have no
Latin?
memories of Communicore.
Lorem ipsum. I think that's Latin.
That's interesting. Maybe it was filler text. Maybe like the grainy, low-res picture he got of it he can't actually.
Oh
read
yeah,
it.
like lorem ipsum is like usually the kind of thing that gets like written for when you're like trying to test out fonts, right?
Yeah, it might be that. Like he knows there's words there.
Yeah.
Whatever those words were have been lost to time.
Yeah, there we go. I guess this is a packet again.
Yeah, interesting. Face to face. Oh, this is the teleconference stuff. Yeah. So it's like, well, you can call a person and see their face. Can you imagine?
It's like the future of Demolition Man.
I don't know what that's supposed to represent, but there's a map of, I think, the United States.
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's a phone grid or something.
Now
yeah.
Forever.
The information age. Yeah.
We did it. Let's get a Earth Station. So this is kind of the customer service area. So this is where you can go talk to people. Oh, never mind. This is the inside of. This is the exit area of Spaceship Earth also. It's both things.
Oh, look at the
even
video.
the video files. That's amazing. So yeah, after you ride Spaceship Earth, you'd come to this, and this is where some customer service stuff would be, and also just some other things.
God, did he just like
Bell
capture this
systems.
off of someone's video or something?
They must have. That's incredible.
That's
that they have it.
amazing.
That's incredible that they have that. Yeah, so that's right, because they would show off the other pavilions here in these sort of videos. It's kind of like, because they expect most people would go on this first.
Right.
And now you can almost get like a preview of what else you can do. Gosh, that rules.
Yeah, look at this. Just a man in his hat because he walked in front of this video.
That's right.
Yeah,
oh my
rules.
gosh, these people's faces are still in front of it. It's incredible that they have that.
Cool.
So yeah, World Showcase. That's the whole. I don't think there's anything World Showcase. We can go see. If you go back to where the fountain was and keep going down, I know you're probably horribly lost right now.
I'm horribly lost. The fountain. Which
go
fountain?
left.
There's been like 8 fountains, Mike.
Yeah. So look left. More. There.
Like just straight
Just
ahead.
Keep going straight on. Yeah, I don't think anything is rendered. And then if you go to the right here, your right. So, and then left. Yeah, so this would eventually connect to all the countries and everything. But yeah, none of that's built,
Right. Okay.
which makes sense. There's not really much of a reason to. A lot of that is pretty much the same.
This is Communicore East again, right?
Yeah,
We're
and
in
then
here.
if you go over here, and then to the left is is actually going to be the electronic forum. Oh, I heard about this. This is like a little theater area.
Yeah, it's.
This is just some more stuff. The main gift shop is going to be kind of by here. It's still the main gift shop. There it is, the Centurion.
Okay. Yeah. Gifts
Nice.
of Future World.
Oh, wow, this rules. So this is still the location of the main gift shop. It's changed twice. It became Mouse Gears throughout the 90s and 2000s, and then just recently got its second major
Man,
update.
the art
It's the
on these
Creation Shop
things.
now.
So good.
Oh, my library has a copy of that book that you see there, and I love looking through it because it talks about Epcot. It talks about a lot of stuff that they didn't build, like the Africa Pavilion and World Showcase and stuff like that. Awesome. Ooh, chemistry. You get a little chemistry set.
Yeah. The gifts of tomorrow, today.
See, who needs a plush Mickey Mouse doll? He's not even as popular as Mario. Just get your kids a telescope.
I was trying to say erector set the other day to my kids, and I said erection set, and my wife from the other room just goes, ha ha!
Nice.
And
Nice.
laughs at me. So, microscope, yeah, a little Johnny Horizon environmental test kit.
The hell?
See just how fucked the future is.
See, we can test the water and
Yeah.
see how polluted and gross it is.
See
test
how-
the water in Cleveland. See how it's going to catch on fire.
See how much lead is in the air from gasoline. Yeah,
Oh,
all
so
right.
yeah, so this is a 2-floor gift shop. There is a second floor. I wonder if the elevator works.
No, we
Cowards.
will fall through the floor. He's afraid.
He knows. He knows. Oh man, I would love to have one of those shirts.
Yes, it's really
Oh,
cool.
there's stairs, I think. Maybe those go upstairs.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. I think that upstairs is where they sold fancy things like watches. Looks like more chemistry sets right now.
Yeah, I think there's
Maybe someday, though.
It's kind of filler, yeah.
Yeah, so the second floor was taken off when they redid this, or at least you can't go up there. This became a 1-floor situation. Although they tore out that theater that you were into and just made it part of the gift shop some more.
The one over there in the corner.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember
yeah,
how
that
we
makes
saw
sense,
that
okay,
little theater
yeah.
when you walked in? Yeah, that's not there. That just became absorbed into the gift shop area. But yeah, why don't you go look at Spaceship Earth? And
Yeah, it's
kinda
kinda- I was
close out
thinking.
Here.
Yep. All
It's
right.
gonna be on your right.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There it is.
Man.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
impressed
great.
how your sense of direction, even with me playing, like it's like, oh, he has truly been here a lot of times.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where we are. Yeah, this is where I like to take a lot of pictures of Spaceship Earth from right here. You get a pretty good view.
Well, Mike, thank
the
you
music
for being our tour guide here for Futureport 82 and showing us around. I need to get back here. I need to take the kids.
It's a lot of fun. It's great. The Epcot Future World's changed a lot, and it's been under construction for a good while too. They're building like a Moana walkthrough thing in part of that middle section now. Just crazy stuff is happening. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not as like, super down on everything that's new as some people, but there is something about original Epcot that was really neat, really interesting. Even though like we kind of gloss over like some of the stuff about that is very cynical, like all the corporate sponsorships, but there was still a magic to it, or at least something unique that we don't have anymore. And I love seeing people recreate it like this. It's definitely the work largely of just like a talented person getting all this support from other people, especially just people who have weird archive footage, like taking videos of the screens that used to be up there while people walk in front of them. It's great because this stuff is
really
lost.
Fun.
It's only going to get more lost, so recreating it like this rules.
Yep, I mean, it just makes me want a project like this for so many things, but this is it's kind of a good proof of concept that this can work. And you're right, if Disney's not going to do it themselves, which they probably should, if they're not, it's very cool that the fans are out there doing this work. All right, thank you, Mike. Until next time, everybody, have a good one and goodbye.